Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Smitty, back again. Just want to do quick video on the current state of the UFC and MMA. And while I'm at it, I might as well do the WWE wrestling and boxing. Um, as a fan of MMA, matter of fact, props to my buddy Phil here. It's his company, Muay Thai, Authentic Muay Thai Supply.com. This guy's got the best Muay Thai gear and apparel in the business. If you guys want to check him out, Authentic Muay Thai Supply.com. It's a great place. He's a great dude. To support him would be awesome. But anyway, the current state of the UFC and MMA in general. As a fan of MMA and boxing and wrestling and fighting in general, I think it's a shame that the UFC is doing what it's doing as far as not going according to a ranking system that is laid out there, and supposedly it's a 1 through 10, top 10 guys. Should be next best guy gets the next shot, but unfortunately it seems like money's taken over, obviously, and they're just going for these big money fights that they believe are what people want to see. I think it's those are for the average fan that don't really pay too much attention. Sometimes there's a great fight here or there, but it doesn't make sense as far as the ranking goes and who's next in line for a shot. And it's not based on who's the hardest worker, who's the best. And matter of fact, they've been losing a lot of talent to like Bellator and other companies starting up. And they just got that new Golden Boy MMA starting up too. Oscar and Tito, I guess, teamed up together, and that's gonna be trouble, in my opinion, for the UFC. A bunch of people are gonna be going over there. I think they're not being treated right, not being paid right. So I think the UFC, as a fan, I hope the UFC gets their shit together and rights what's wrong and go back to being about mixed martial arts and not a popularity contest. I personally like the people that are more real. I mean, the trash talking McGregor and all that, it's entertaining to a point, but then it just gets annoying, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion on that. So I'll leave it at that. Let's go on to the WWE. As far as WWE goes, just recently on Raw, the McMahons came out and promised change, and I really hope they do change, because there's a lot of talent there, a lot of people that they could utilize that they're not. And being a fan from the late 80s, is when I started watching, and they had a lot more interesting storylines, and it was more interesting following, like, people were more involved in titles. Like, there was, like, back in the day, there was I would say there was a pecking order. Like, you worked your way up to get a shot at the Intercontinental title, for example, and then once you became Intercontinental Champion, you kind of moved on to the bigger picture, which was the the WWF, the heavyweight title. And seeing that they have so many titles now and so much talent, it's kind of a shame. It's kind of a letdown that it's becoming boring in my eyes. I hope they do change. One of the key things for me that's interesting, though, is Becky Lynch and the women's division's kind of taking over, and I think that's cool. I think the men and the women both are entertaining, and there's a lot of talent. And I think the pay-per-views could be stacked. I personally am I subscribe to the WWE Network, which is $9.99 a month. and I think it's great, man, because pay-per-views, you get all the pay-per-views, you get libraries of stuff that from even before I was watching. There's so much material on there, it's like endless. If you're a wrestling fan and you don't have the WWE Network, you might want to take a moment and check it out, man, because it's worth it. Like, my buddy just got the last Mania, and I think they paid like $70 or $80 or something like that for one pay-per-view. And if you pay $9.99 a month, that's $120 for the year, and you get everything. So it's kind of a no-brainer to me, but it's just something you might want to check out if you get a chance. As far as boxing goes, man, that Wilder Fury fight that just happened, and they came it as a draw. I get it. There's corruption in boxing. You shouldn't let it go to the judges. But man, boxing needs some help. I kind of stopped getting the pay-per-views myself just because I don't want to waste my money, man. Like, I'll watch them. We'll go. Somebody will get it or stream it, what have you. But man, you guys need to get your shit together. Let's get the sport back to where it was. And that's all I gotta say about that, man. I mean, to all you guys that enjoy it, I enjoy it too, but it just could be better. So let's see what happens.